Hey, welcome to the Keto Mom page. My name is Stephanie, and we are talking about getting healthy. And I'm going to shake up ketones. And just a thought for you today. So as I walk into my home, I have a thought for you on your inner check. My husband actually had this idea. I said, hey, what should I talk about? I said, what should I talk about today? What should be the keto tip of the day? And he said, why don't you share what's going on in your home? And why don't you talk about the inner check, like having an inner check, right? You might look really good on the outside, or maybe you don't love the way you look on the outside. We're working on that, but checking on the inside, especially going into the season. I would say the holiday season should be a time of happiness and joy for most people. And I'm very well aware the holidays are not always happy for everybody. But I was going to have my husband, you want to share? No, you have to share real quick. Tell everybody why you think we should do an inner check. What does that mean to you? My face looks so shiny. Listen, we are beautiful. In straight construction mode. All right, say hi to my husband.
Hi, husband.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. So what are we talking about? The inner check.
I'm going to shake up some ketones in a minute like I always do. Oh, shoot. I have some book winners to give away, and I didn't. No, we're not doing that one. I just was drinking. I have some winners to choose for the books. I'm going to post the winners after the video because I don't have them picked yet. But if you press the share button, sharing is caring, and you'll be put in for the drawing. But what does it mean to have looking on the inside of you?
I mean, when you look at it, so did you show them the construction project outside?
No.
So if you would have seen, are you going to show them?
Yes.
Okay, so tune in. Just wait, because you're going to see what's happening right now. And this would be an example of an inner check. So with us, if you looked at the outside of our house, everything looked remarkable.
Looked amazing.
I think it looked great. But when you stand next to the window and you feel wind blowing your hair all over the place,
the window was not amazing.
It had to be replaced. And then when we pulled the surface exterior off, guess what?
Mold.
No, not mold. It wasn't mold.
But it wasn't great.
It was just rotten.
Yeah.
The wood needed to be replaced. And so I just thought the thing that I want to encourage you with is, like, sometimes in life, everything from the outside could be perfect. I mean, when you watch movies, what typically happens? It's like the rich and the famous. And this isn't to point out rich and famous, but you could have your Gucci bag and your Prada purse and all this fancy stuff and all the right kind of face stuff going on and the right kind of injections in the eyebrows. But internally,
all the things.
I mean, everything from the outside could be perfect with the pumped up lips and all that stuff.
This is distracting.
But the reality is, I don't even like the Vikings. We
live in Minnesota.
NFL, no fans left. That's kind of where we're at. It's been that way for a while now. But if you look at everything on the outside, it looks great. But then the inner check could be, my self-esteem is not where it needs to be.
Right.
I don't believe in myself. I maybe have failed a couple times in my life, and therefore I believe I'm a failure.
It's the inner voice.
It's the inner voice. What are you going to listen to? And so it's just like us. As we're going through this project real quick, supposedly there's 80-mile-per-hour winds that are on their way. Supposedly it's almost the end of December, and we're going to have a tornado here in Minnesota. It's crazy.
Awkward.
So
doesn't happen.
I would just say this. The inner check would be spending some time with yourself today and really identifying what is that inner voice telling you? What is it that you're believing about yourself? And there is never a time in your life better than today to reinvent yourself. You can do it at any given moment.
I like that.
At any time, you can reinvent yourself. You can do reconstruction. And the reality is, it doesn't have to be from an appearance standpoint, because all that truly matters is what you believe on the inside. I tell Stephanie she's beautiful because I believe it wholeheartedly every single day. I tell her this.
He actually does, even when I look like this.
And I mean, I love her for her appearance, but I love her for the inside. And so what I want to encourage you is to take a look on the inside. Do an inner self-reflection check. Do an inner check. And just, if there's places where you're not a 10, let's come up with a game plan so you believe you're a 10. Because you have greatness in you, because greatness made you. And so I just want to encourage you, today's your day, to do that inner check, to know that you're amazing, to know that you're just know that you're awesome and you're magnificent.
Right.
Just the way that you are. But guess what? You were created for greatness, by greatness, and so today is the day where we may have to come up with a plan to execute that greatness, to take those dreams and those desires that are written on your heart, and we got to put them into motion. So,
and part of that is tuning in the mornings because we work on your mindset and reading and finding mentors and following those people who've already done what you want to do, but in a positive light, right? Not just, So it's great.
So
Let's go show them. Should we go show them?
Let's go show them.
Let's go show. We're going to show you what we're doing. So we are tearing apart a whole wall and redoing windows in the middle of winter. Why not? Because our friend got a really good deal on some sliding doors, and he's like, hey, you want these doors? And Steve's like, yeah, it's supposed to be 60 degrees tomorrow. Why don't we just tear apart the entire house and just put the doors in?
Why not?
So we were like, yeah, let's do it. And then all of a sudden Minnesota said, hey, guess what? You're in a storm warning and there's tornadoes coming, but we'll show you what we're doing. Ta-da! We just have holes in our wall. So there's a hole where a door is going in. Let's go over here. I'm sure Grandma Julie loves it. I'm in her little space. There's another. Oh, look at the door. Good job. And their goal is to get it all done today. And we're believing for no tornadoes. Okay.
It looks like poop.
It's not poop, it's dirt. Maybe it is poop. We're making a really big mess over here. Hence why I look like this. All right, but for real, I love the analogy. I asked my husband, I'm like, listen, I tell people all the time, all of the keto tips and tricks, I need something else to talk about. And he was like, talk about your inner self and the voice inside of you, and which I will tell you. That's why we read. That's why we come on here. And I will tell you, the most important thing is your mindset. If you don't believe in yourself, like my husband said, let's get you to believe in yourself. Let's help you understand that you are worthy and you are worth it. And that little inner voice needs to stop. That's why the 5-second rule is so important. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No more negative self-talk. Only talk that's going to inspire you or others or get your booty off that couch and tell yourself, I can do this. So we have been in straight construction mode today and homeschool mode and parenting mode. I'm drinking up my mom. I'm going to shake up my mom fuel. For those of you who, I usually do a keto tasting and a keto tip. Today was more of like a inspirational. Here's the deal. If you want a foods list, post food below. If you're brand new and you've never got, it's a basic list. Listen, I don't have a, here's something for you and something different for your spouse. It's a very basic video and a very basic list that I created a while ago that walks you through how we got started. That's it. If you want to know more about the foods list and you've never seen it, post food below. If you want to know more about ketones, it is a tool. I've been drinking it for 6 years. Post 5 in the comments. I'm here to help you. So I've done a lot of different Zooms and calls today with my team. And so my team meaning I have a business. I work from home. So I encourage people here, and I also go talk to a whole bunch of people who their goal is to share something from home, either be a stay-at-home mom. There's lots of different people I talk to. And so today we did a lot of hey, we're going to refocus. We're going to restructure. We're going to get our mindset ready for the new year, right? We're thankful for where we're at. And now where are we going? I want you to be thankful for where you're at right now. I'm thankful. Doesn't matter if you need to lose 100 pounds. It doesn't matter because you're not going to go any more backwards. I am thankful, and I need to seriously get my mindset in the frame of I'm going forward this next year. I've got goals. I've got dreams. I've got things I want to accomplish. I have to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 myself to get myself in gear. I'm going to have to get up. I'm going to have a plan. I'm going to tune in to either me or somebody else. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to get my mindset right. And I'm going to do the best that I can every single day. I'm not perfect, but there's a good, better, and a best. You've got choices. All day long, you make choices. It's up to you, right? No more blaming your past, but I'm going to be focused and I'm going to lose the weight or get stronger or work on a relationship or get financially free or whatever the case may be. Whatever it is for you. That's the goal, right? Look on the inside because we all have things on the inside that we want to work on. All of us do, right? So anyways, it's a wonderful day here and those guys are working their booties off to at least get the house framed in so you don't feel the cold weather. Otherwise, if you have any questions, again, post food in the comments. If you want a foods list, post 5. If you want to know more about my mom fuel, we are doing a special Zoom tonight. So hear this really quickly. If you already love ketones, if you love the product, if you've been watching me for a while, if you're already one of my customers and you would love to learn more about our community, like, who is this community? Why are they always talking about reading? Why did Stephanie, that's me, why did she have 14 people at her house this weekend watching a virtual event, dressed all crazy and growing together? Hey, I'd love to make some income from home. I'd love to pay off my debt. I'd love to take my family on a vacation. If you already love ketones, or like your passion is like, I'd love to help other people, I'm going to do it. We're doing a Zoom tonight. I'm actually not speaking on it. We have a couple other leaders that are, and they're going to talk about ketones, and then they're going to talk about our community and how to get involved. If you think you want the Zoom link, you can be a fly on the wall. You don't have to say anything. You can just listen and see if it resonates with you. So post Zoom in the comments, and I would love to chat with you. Otherwise, I'm here to help. I have so many different resources and so many different tools and things that I can help with fat loss or gaining muscle or kids or homeschooling or parenting. It doesn't matter what it is, all right? But I'm here to help. Hands down, ask your questions. I got on the phone call. Lastly, I got on the phone today with a sweet lady, and I told her, I was like, we should have had a phone call a while ago. It's different when you have a phone call with somebody and she tells me her story. I tell her where we're going, and I just got to hear her heart, right? It's so important to connect with people. I'm here to, don't try to do this by yourself. Don't try to lose the weight by yourself or to gain the muscle by yourself. It doesn't matter. Like, we have an incredible community, or I will help you. If you're trying to look up something and you're like, I just wish I knew net carbs and total carbs. If you sent me a message, I would leave you a voice message and you'd get the answer right away, right? Don't do life on your own. Even if you don't have somebody like within your proximity, you've got people online. That's the power of social media. Social media, sometimes people say like, ugh. And I say, listen, it depends on how you use it. If you use it as a community and you use it to encourage and inspire people, you can reach people across the entire world, right? So everybody that was in my home this last weekend that we did a virtual event with, I met here online. We created a relationship. I helped them with their journey. They wanted to start sharing ketones. We grew together. We share so many things together. They came here and we got to learn together. That's what we get to do. So anyways, I'm here to help. I hope you guys have an incredible afternoon. I will keep you updated on the house project on my stories. Otherwise, have a wonderful day. Stay safe for those who are in the Midwest, because who knows what the storms look like. For those who are in Kentucky and are cleaning up after the storms, we have been praying for you. And just stay safe. So, okay, we'll talk to you soon.